has been 60 years since the Packers and Chiefs met down in Southern California in what would come to be known as the first Super Bowl. But now, at modern Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, we are counting down to Super Bowl 60. And we've got a great matchup in store. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Indianapolis Colts taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Broncos. 60 back, Viking, 18. Let's go.
Richardson going right to the air. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude, and I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now, but maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things, and then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Warriors 70. Check. Bronco 80. Mustang 19.
Now Richardson. That's to Warren, his tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Dragon 60.
Richardson working from the gun. That complete to Downs. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll make it second down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Let's go. 70 Viking 18.
From the shotgun, Richardson. They'll get this one to Pittman. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
19 Tiger. Ready.
Richardson looking to throw. This is caught. Touchdown! Andrew Ogletree from 10 yards out. And the Colts are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. 65 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7.
That ties the game.
Elliott Good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
My partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
7 Pirates, Cowboy 80. Trap 50, trap 60.
Richardson out of the shotgun. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Ready? Tap to 60, tap to 60. Ready?
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Doing with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Ready.
2nd and 10. Up the middle. Here's Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
60, 18, Pioneer.
Here's Richardson to throw. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
6-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 46, here's 2nd down at a yard.
Running left, it's Barkley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next.
7-all is the score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Throwing is Hurts. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now Hurts changing up the play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That is caught. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 29-yard line.
11 yards for number 11.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their 1st sack of the contest.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hurts.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Hey, Silver.
They'll set up to throw. To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
We'll get this out to Barkley complete. And the Eagles are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Barkley is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Jake Elliott to kick off for
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Hold the ready.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Mustang 19, 60 Maverick, Warriors 17. Ready.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. They got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46. A big play there for Indy. And even 40 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Dragon 60.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. 3rd and 2.
Bronco 80. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Richardson. Working the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line.
And the Colts.
70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Panther 60. Panther 60.
At the 22-yard line.
Now it's Richardson. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
At the 12-yard line.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready?
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On the jump.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Ready.
Taylor, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Cowboy 80.
Richardson looking to throw this. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl.
Street. Lightning 18. Go.
Operating from the gun, Richardson. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Tyler Warren as the first half is winding down. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And a potential turning point as they get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Panther 60. Panther Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Go street. Cougar 19. Ready,
Second down, another run with Taylor. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they take a 17-14 lead.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they trail here in this Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 66 yards. And the Eagles have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. Elliott good on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just like, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
Come on. Dragon 60. 70 Lions.
Back to throw. Richardson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jalen Carter gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Third down. 3rd and 11.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Ready. Panther 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Cup 19. Warrior 70.
Looking to throw. Richardson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Cowboy 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, 79 Broncos, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Operating from the gun, Richardson. Connecting over the middle with Downs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
65, 18, Pioneer.
From the 24, Richardson. Looking left side of, he's got him in. That's Taylor. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, they've certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Okay, ready? Let's go now. Ready, ready, ready.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Get it. 70 Lions.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts have retaken a third-quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Looking deep here from Mechie. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Gets this to Saquon Barkley out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 84 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield, because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
In motion goes the tight end. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He's got Hamler on the out route. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The rain compounding issues here for a possible field goal try. They'd love to obviously get closer, even pick up the first down if they can. It's 3rd down.
Go Silver, ready?
Looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Smith, the man in motion left. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
In motion comes the tight end left. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. The kick by Elliott is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net. But they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this fourth quarter. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Richardson looking to throw. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ready, set. Ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60
Richardson going to move him around. And Richardson completes a quick one out wide. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
Go. 70 Timberwolves. Go.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a 2nd and 10. A handoff, Barkley running left. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Quick throw into the hands of Pittman.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's 2nd down.
Rig alert, rig alert. Hawk 70, Hawk 19 tight, 19 tight. Panther 11, Panther 11. Steady.
Here's Richardson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Nolan Smith able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Warrior 70, Panther 60, Panther 60, 60 Maverick, 70 Red, Buffalo 18.
Now Richardson. And that is incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines.
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that one to the right side and incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical third down here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Richardson to throw it. And that'll be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
Here's Richardson. Pass complete to Taylor.
Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
That is caught. And they will get the conversion on third down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
That's good for a Colts.
Richardson.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Richardson looking to throw it. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this will be caught at the 30. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one is right down the middle. That might just have been the most pressure-filled kick in Super Bowl history, but he stepped up, knocked it through just like it was a Tuesday practice in July.
And if it's not the most pressure-filled, it's certainly right among them. A title on the line, and he comes through. Nails.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
This is first and 10.
look to throw. And this one into the hands of Mechie. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's first down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in Indianapolis. The Colts are the Super Bowl champs.